Alright guys, I'm going to give you a rundown on the Dark Magician archetype. The deck is essentially a triangle. Yes, a triangle. What do I mean by it's a triangle? Well, there's 3 elements to the deck, and you need to have all 3 of them present for the deck to achieve its goal. What is the deck's goal? 1 banish. Yes. That... I wish it was more than that, but on Master Duel, unfortunately we don't have Dragoon, we don't have any of the decent cards like Illusion of Chaos. Our deck's goal is to achieve a singular banish. I know what some of you are saying. Well, why don't you just play Ice Dragon's Prism with Trap Trick? That's 2 banishes. And I say to you, good day, sir. That is probably a better thing to do than playing this whole engine. Anyway, the triangle of Dark Magician. I will go over it right now. We have, at the very, very top, the Dark Magician himself. Because why wouldn't he be on top of his own triangle? Why is he at the top? Well, he is the centerpiece of the deck, and we do kind of need him, and blah, blah, blah. But he's a vanilla, essentially, so he's just on top of his own pyramid scheme, let's be real. Let's look at the bottom corner, the one on my left, which is your right, I believe. So the right, let's look at the right corner. In the right corner, we have Dark Magic Circle. It's kind of the right wing of the deck. What's wrong with Circle? Well, the problem in Master Duel is decks are 40 cards, and in TCG decks are also 40 cards most of the time. Going over that is silly in Dark Magician, because then Circle won't hit even more, and Circle still doesn't hit enough as it is. So if you look at this deck I have here, Circle can only add cards that are either DM or list DM in its text. So if I go through, I'll count all the cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So only 13 cards in our deck. The problem with Dark Magician is we need a bigger engine. Like, I know people are saying our engine's too big, but we need stronger cards for the engine. We need a stronger spell starter. One that like fusions for free, basically like Ref. That's my opinion anyway. Getting back to the triangle theory, with Circle down here, the reason it's on the bottom is because it's shit. But let's look at the other bottom. Eternal Soul. Eternal Soul. This card also low-key sucks, because when it dies, it nukes the field. So these cards both have their problems. So why is this the triangle of Dark Magician? Well, you need Dark Magician for Circle to be relevant. But for Circle to be relevant, you need Eternal Soul. You need Eternal Soul, you need to have Dark Magician. So you need all 3 of these pieces. These are the 3 pieces of the Dark Magician puzzle. If you have all of these pieces, congratulations, everything's going well. Your opponent activates Duster, you try. Now that you know the 3 pieces of Dark Magician, we need to get to Circle, Eternal Soul, and Dark Magician each turn. How do we do that? Well, Magician's Rod luckily can help you find one of the missing pieces. Soul Servant can also help find the missing pieces, especially if you've got DM or DMG in the grave. It can get them to you straight away. Aside from that, Circle doesn't really help, unfortunately. Now, in the olden days, we used to just normal summon Rod, grab Circle, pray. Because we didn't have Soul Servant, we didn't have shit. We would just play Circle and pray that it hit. That was it. And with Salvation and Eternal Soul, we actually do have more copies. You could play a pure Dark Magician deck that just had 3 Circle, 3 Salvation, 3 Eternal Soul, so your Circle always gets to Eternal Soul. But I just disagree with that. I just don't think, like, you're playing so many cards that are shit at that point. You're gonna brick on those. But anyway, you do need to have room for hand traps and whatnot too. So while we do want to support the Dark Magician triangle pyramid scheme thing, we do need to also play cards that aren't dog shit, and unfortunately, a lot of the Dark Magician cards are. Magician Souls is one of the exceptions where it's actually a very good card, and it combos very well with Skill Drain. So with all that in mind, you can see the dilemma that is Dark Magician, and you can kind of make more sense of these combos, I think, with that information. If none of that made sense, let me know, but I think that was fairly straightforward, and I hope that Dark Magician triangle helps you to play Dark Magician. Oh my god, we finally opened cards to do the combo. Okay, so the only 2 important cards in this hand are Rod and Magician Souls, right? We're going to ignore everything else here because you can't manipulate hands on this, on Master Duels yet. You can't, like, just do test hands. So anyway, this is our standard Dark Magician combo for Master Duel. It involves Magician Souls and Rod. Here's how we do it. We go normal summon Rod. Actually, you should do Souls first. So we've already messed it up, but that's okay. The reason you want to do Souls first is in case you get hand trapped on it or anything, because then you're not going to search Bonds anymore, you probably search something else. But anyway, Magician Souls is going to summon out Jokes, it's going to summon out Dark Magician. So we're going to put it in the bin, then we are going to pick the effect to special summon Dark Magician from the graveyard. Excellent. We now got 2 monsters on the field. So we are now going to play Bond between teacher and student, which is going to pretty much net us a lot of cards here, which is the only card in Dark Magician that actually makes us go plus in card advantage. But it's also a massive brick. So as you can see, we've got Dark Magician Girl, and we've got Dark Burning Magic. The rest of our hand is kind of irrelevant here. Don't look at that. That would just be 3 blank cards. So the last thing you'd want to do here is either go... I'd say linking Rod into Artemis is pretty important. And you would just pass the turn from here. So for those of you who don't know, what you've done with this is essentially set up so you can Dark Burning Magic their board at any point because you have both DM and DMG. And when you do that, let's pass the opponent and see what happens. Because a lot of people don't know why we play Artemis, right? A lot of people are like, why do we play Artemis? Well, you're going to find out. I won't be showing you guys. The Monarchs decided to Dark Hole us. See why these kind of cards are problematic? We've just drawn all of them, and they don't do anything. Now, I personally don't like Illusion Magic, but I thought I'd show it off today for the sake of why it's relevant sometimes, but not all the time. And Bond Between Student is another example of that. And look at these cards in the hand, doing nothing. This is a fat pass turn hand, and that's depressing. I'm trying to show y'all Dark Magician combo stuff, but like, these hands are so bad, I can't show you nothing. Alright, this hand might do something, but also probably... Why are we playing second? This is bullshit. Of course, we draw freaking Nibiru. All these cards that are great against an AI deck. Ah yes, another example of why playing 3 Dark Magician sucks. I've already got 2. I don't want to find a third one off Circle. And alas, we find another Circle. I hate Circle! Alright, I thought I'd just start doing these in Yugioh Pro since I can manipulate the hands easier and just show you it against no one instead of against freaking Monarch decks who are going to Dark Hole us. So, this is the simplest use of Artemis. So, for example, you just open Magician's Rod with maybe a bunch of other traps. It doesn't really matter. I'm just using Skill Drain as the example here because I'm also showing off how to turn off Skill Drain, which people still are asking me about. I don't understand, guys. I've shown it's not hard. Anyway, we're going Rod into Artemis here. And we've grabbed the Soul Servant. We're just going to set the Soul Servant and set the Skill Drain. On the opponent's turn at any point when they try to play, let's say they go for a monster effect. Cool, we're going to chain that Skill Drain. And what that means is at this point, you can tribute the Artemis and grab the Rod back. I'm going to wait just because I'm going to show you it with Soul Servant. It doesn't really matter, actually. I'll just do it now. So you're going to tribute away Artemis, activate Rod Engraved to add Rod back to hand. Cool. Now, of course, you might be thinking, what if my opponent doesn't, activate a monster effect? They just pass immediately. Well, that's okay too. If they go to pass and they haven't really done anything, let's say they've bricked as well, that's fine. You can just flip the Soul Servant at any point. Like, you could flip Skill Drain too, but you probably don't want to do it. So what you're going to want to do is flip Soul Servant, and you're always going to want to stack here Magician Souls. So Magician Souls on top of the deck, absolutely incredible. That means the turn is going to pass to you there, and that means you are going to be drawing that Magician Souls for turn. Now, do not normal Rod first. Do not do that. What you're going to want to do first is Magician Souls. You can send Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl or whoever else you're playing. In this case, I'm going to send Dark Magician because we don't have Anaconda or that blue card you just saw. We don't have that on Master Duel. So we are going to summon out the Magician Souls here. And here's the part where everyone gets confused because they're like, look, Magician Souls is negated. Now, we do have a draw in the grave here for Soul Servant, but we're going to wait in case we can get the Dark Magician Girl a little bit later, but I don't think we will. Anyway, we're going to use Magician Souls effect, sending Skill Drain for cost. That is going to draw us a card and turn off Skill Drain. How many times do I have to explain that, guys? It sends Skill Drain for cost, meaning you get the draw and you get rid of Skill Drain. Yes, you can turn off your own Skill Drain. That's why I've been saying, guys, play it at 3. And now you see why Artemis is important too. Now we have Magician Souls and we have Rod, and we can just go for Dark Magician stuff here. We also drew Apprentice, which is really nice. So what would I go for here? Well, we do need Circle and Eternal Soul. I don't have Salvation here, which is very silly of me. I kind of want to grab Secrets, but I just realized I don't have a way to Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl currently. So I guess with a hand like this, we would just go for Eternal Soul. And we are then going to Soul Servant to draw a random card and hope that it's good. Well, we drew Dark Magician Girl. Well, we could have added Secrets, but there you go. Anyway, that is the use of Artemis and Skill Drain, kind of the interaction between Skill Drain and Magician Souls in one video, so hell yeah. Alright, a lot of people have been asking how to beat Eldritch on ladder. They'd be like, I verse Eldritch all the time, what do? Well, you're going to want to banish their Golden Lords, first of all, alright? Free win if you can Call by the Grave or Circle Banish their Golden Lord. Easy clap. They should be only playing 2 of them. If they're playing 3, they're stupid, just like Triff said. But you may get punished by that too, so that's a feels bad. Anyway, Rod is going to grab Bonds. Magician Souls is going to summon out the Dark Magician. You know where this is going. We now can slap down Bonds, which means we've got DMG out of the deck, no more Brickin', and it also means we've got Dark Burning Magic set, but we don't even care about it. Dark Burning Magic's just an extra card out of the deck at this point. So you could go for Selene here, there's nothing stopping you, but against Eldritch, if you make this card and you destroy one monster and you activate the first effect, this card gains 1500 attack. Congratulations! You win the game. They don't have an out to this because it cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects if it's made with a level 7, which Dark Magician is. So, you are absolutely fine to win that matchup. Here's an easy win versus Eldritch. You're welcome. People have been asking me how to beat Drytron since it's all over Master Duel. Unfortunately, there's no real way except for this. This is the only thing I can think of, guys, and I'm sorry that there's nothing better, but it's just we don't have Dragoon, and this really is just all you can do. Summon a big spellcaster, activate Village, pass. You can't get board wiped by stupid shit like Duster and whatnot. They can't play their ritual spells. Have a good time. You can still lose, by the way. This doesn't guarantee a win. If they have enough monsters in hand, they'll probably just go off. So yeah, once again, I'm sorry, but there's no real auto win for Drytron. Now, unfortunately, there's a big flaw with this one. You'll notice it's 3 cards in the hand, which is already just bad. The other thing is, it's summoning a monster that protects your back row, and if you have to use 3 or more cards to get there, which is normally the case, turn 1, it kind of makes the effect redundant because you've only got 1 or 2 cards left in your hand that could possibly be back row. Also, you normally want to summon this monster to protect your Circle Eternal Soul, but to do this combo, you need to search other cards. So, yeah, I really hate that Konami haven't given us a good way to summon this. And even in the TCG, so it's not just Master Duel, even in the TCG, we still don't have a good way to summon it. Even with the new Tomias card, it's still bad. So anyway, without further ado, here's me trying to summon that card. We are going to Magician Souls, sending Dark Magician first. Yep, I know we have a Dark Magician in the hand, but it's honestly not enough. We're going to summon out the Dark Magician right here. This means we can go for I'm Duck with this Dark Magician. I'm Duck is just going to vibe on the field for a bit. Next, we're going to have to play that Magician's Rod. Yes, you do need a way to another Dark Magician, which is why maybe play 3 Apprentice. It honestly wouldn't be that bad. And maybe even play 3 Dark Magician. I don't normally advocate that, but if you want to turbo into this monster, then you probably are going to need to. And then we're going to play these secrets down. Finally, fusing away I'm Duck and fusing away Dark Magician, and that is going to give us our Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. As you can see, they used 3 cards, which means we didn't get to search Soul Servant, we didn't get to search Circle, we didn't get to search Eternal Soul. Like, what is it protecting? That's the problem. If you turbo this monster, you're not protecting anything. And if you go for the DM Triangle, well, this has nothing to protect. Like, you can't summon this, right? You either get this or you get the DM Triangle going, and you can't have both, and it's really stupid. Konami need to give us a good fusion spell like Ref. But anyway, this is the easiest way I can see you turboing Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight.